Oh, we got people on. Hello, everybody. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Vixen After Dark. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapped in, and turned on. I'm your host, Leticia Yofo. If you guys have not already joined the fam, please make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button and click the bell right next to it. That way you guys are notified every time I go live. What's the deal, you guys? We've got volume. Okay, so we are in the building. Hopefully, everybody is doing well. If you guys are live with me, please go ahead and make sure you are commenting down below. So, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about Venus and Cappy. Yes, Venus has moved into Capricorn on 11/11 at that. Love and money on 11/11. I mean, what? So, we're going to be discussing that, especially how it's going down during Scorpio season. Okay. What might you be feeling already? Okay, since it started. Also, of course, I'm going to tell you what to watch out for, you guys. All right. And give you a quick little overview as well. You guys know I'm going to tap into the rising sign. So, hopefully, you know your rising sign because this will tap into it in a way where it's personalized to you in a sense, right? I don't know all of your chart, but if you want a full reading of your chart, you can go to vixenafterdark.com and set that up. Link is in the description box down below. However, I'll do rising signs and let you know what house is being rocked for you. Pretty much, how should I say it? How to work with the energy and what to recognize if you are not riding the wave. Okay, because we want you to ride the wave. All right, take these off for a second. Ooh. Okay, so you guys, after that, I may pull some love cards. Okay, I may pull some love oracles on that ass. Okay, so stay tuned in, tapped and turned on. So let's pull up charts. This is a late night reading, you guys. I didn't even tell anybody I was going to do this. So whoever's here is getting the tea. I was going to record it, but I was like, nah, let me go live. Okay. So let's kind of talk about it, you guys. Venus in Capricorn, okay, during Scorpio season. I would say for the most part, you guys, um, it's kind of like, hold on, let me pull up the comments so I can see your comments. It's kind of like pulling your heart in the boardroom, okay? But feeling all those deep Scorpio currents that are floating around and pulling you under the water, okay? So this vibe that we have with Venus and Capricorn, because Capricorn is an earth energy, right? It's bringing forth the seductive but serious kind of an energy. And right now, most of us are probably craving some stability, a little bit more tight knit bud on the commitment factor within anything that you're doing, whether it's love, money, relationships. Okay. But specifically in your relationships. But there also could be a little bit of tension as well. Okay, you guys. So let's kind of talk about Capricorn just a little bit. We all know Capricorn is about structure, right? Capricorn's about structure because it is ruled by the planet Saturn. We all know Saturn is about to go direct. I'm going to talk about that during the full moon at that. That's another video though. But Capricorn is about structure. It's about boundaries. Okay. It's about making long term moves, you guys, while Scorpio season is really exposing secrets, fears, passions. Okay. So it's like trying to build a secure foundation and structure on top of an emotional volcano. That's like the best visual I can give you. Okay, so you may feel, grounded at the same time, and you also may feel a little tempted, a little hot and tempting, right? To dive into some risky emotions. Okay, so let's kind of talk about that. What you might already be feeling during this time. Okay, so right now I feel as if the collective, on a collective standpoint here, looking at the charts, let's see. So right now, just so that you guys are aware, Venus is only 2 degrees right now in the sign of Capricorn. I do have the aspects that are pulled up here. You know what? I'm gonna get I'm gonna use StreamYard that way you guys can see what I'm looking at as I'm reading. Okay. Um So pretty much what you guys might already be feeling as far as the charts go here, you guys, is, you're probably starting to think about the long haul, the long haul in your career, the long haul in your relationships, your love life, or any type of close ships that you may be sailing. Okay. Now, it's that feeling like, is this person really a part of my future? Am I really going to be at this job for a really long time? Or am I really going to be able to stay in this entrepreneurship journey for the rest of my life? It's really those questions that, you may be asking yourself. And you probably want longevity. You probably want loyalty, trust, honesty. You know, sometimes you I feel as if you want something that you can build upon, right? Something solid, no more casual, flaky vibes. It's over, out the door. Okay. Emotional depth is really what everyone's going to be craving here. Okay. Because also, too, Mercury is in Sagittarius as well. We do have Mars in Leo. Lots of fire energy happening around this, you guys. While the moon is in Aries currently, while I'm talking. Uh, okay. Um, During Scorpio season is what's bringing all of this hot, flary, emotional depth, putting it on a concrete shelf, pretty much for the most part. Okay. So the way that we all could be expressing love right now might feel a little bit colder, or it could be matter of fact because it's in Capricorn energy. Think of Capricorns. If you know a Capricorns typically don't share their emotions. They're not super deep. But when they do speak, you better listen because they don't really express themselves like that. Whether you're a moon in Capricorn, a sun in Capricorn, or a Capricorn rising. I know everyone's chart is different. Typically, the sun and the moons are like that. They're not too mushy gushy, but they can be. They are very loving teddy bears, but they're not like, how do I say it? It's kind of low key behind closed doors in a sense. So, anyways, many of us may be showing our love since it's in the sign of Venus or in Capricorns. Oh my God, I can't talk right now. Since Venus in the sign of Capricorn, many people will be showing their love through their actions. Okay. Um, may they might be showing their love by doing the responsible thing, okay, rather than having some wild romance happening. But in Scorpio season, since we're here, hold on, don't get it twisted. These emotions are very intense and deep, okay? There's some deepness underneath that could be unexplainable. Some of you guys can't even utilize English words to even express how you feel during this time. Okay, it might be a little bit hard to do that. So this is why the actions might play out a little bit harder, more. Um, you know, Many of us could have probably been discussing serious talks about loyalty and love and, long term, whether this is through your career, money, love, relationships, or even boundaries. Okay. There could be a little bit of tension between practicality and passion, FYI. Okay. Looking at these aspects that are currently playing out at the moment, I would say Scorpio kind of wants you to get lost in your feelings while we're in Scorpio season. And so you might be stuck, or torn between sticking to what makes sense versus, giving into the intensity of things. Okay. So this might make you feel a little bit moody sometimes. Okay. Because you might want to be more logical, right? But still feel a little bit pulled into the little messiness of it all. Okay. So let's kind of tell you what to watch out for right now while Venus is in the sign of Capricorn. Okay. What we're going to watch out for is, remember, we're still in Scorpio season. So some possessiveness and control could really occur because it's Scorpio season right now. Um, with Venus and Capricorn, because you want someone solid, right? You want someone that's there, that's loyal. So many of you guys could be fighting for what you deem as a ship or whatever career path you're in, something that is worthy of that, something that is valuable. So you want to hold on to that. So both Scorpio and Capricorn can be very intense and, let's be real, a little possessive. Okay. So watch out for being too controlling, or expecting people to meet some standards. Okay. That you may have in your head. So don't try to mold them. This is not Build a Bear. Don't try to mold someone to be perfect, perfect partner or a perfect friend or a perfect business, ship, whatever you have. Love and connections should flow. Now, you may ask for clarity, right? And there's nothing wrong with clarity, but nothing is ever carved out in stone, okay? Another thing to watch out for is the work or love overload. Okay. So remember, Capricorn loves to be in a bag. It's all about the bread. And then you have the planet Venus, love and money. Um, it's like wanting to build something serious. So if you are in a connection, whatever ship you're sailing, a situation ship, a side piece ship, single ship, whatever, um, relationship, whatever ship you're in, you want to look at this as you want to build something serious, okay? But Scorpio's energy over here might have you obsessing a bit, okay? Be careful not to overdo it, by investing all of your time and energy, aka putting all of your eggs in one basket, excuse me, if you're not sure, especially if you're a person that's unsure of, oh my God, is this going to work or not? Okay, when it comes to relationships, balance is definitely key. And let yourself breathe a little bit, give people space, right? I always have that saying, watch what people would rather do. Okay. Also, too, with work, right? It's kind of like you want to have money so you can have options to go out and do whatever you want. So it's like overworking yourself could be a thing too. You're so focused on getting the bag and getting the money and looking good and feeling good, because that's Capricorn wants everything that's expensive. You want to look fitted, you want to be sharp, you want to have the most upgraded things. You just want to be on point. That's Capricorn energy. And think of it, Venus being in Capricorn, that could be the thing. You could be overworking, and then your love could be, put on the back burner. So balance is definitely going to be key here. Okay, that's a really, really key thing to think about as well. Because your emotional walls could be getting a little bit too high. So make sure your needs are met as well. Okay. Capricorn energy is, I would say, if you know a Capricorn sun, moon, or rising, very reserved. They could be very quiet, uh, but I would say cautious. They're taking notes in their mind, okay? And so, with all this intense Scorpio vibes on the side here, you might be putting up walls to avoid getting hurt. Hmm. And then you might not spill any tea of what you're doing because we're in Scorpio season, especially if you have any Scorpio aspects in your chart. So let yourself be vulnerable, allow people, the right people, to come in. You never know what experience you're supposed to be experiencing at this moment in time, okay? People are going to be placed into your life or back into your life or step into your pathway for a reason during this time, okay? So, however, you don't have to control everything. That's Capricorn energy, right? So basically, overall, you guys, Venus and Capricorn during Scorpio season is definitely a time to build something, okay? It's definitely time to build something real, right? Everyone wants to build something real, but I would just say also stay open to um, emotions flowing, okay? Because we are still in Scorpio season. Oh my God, hold on. So, stay open, let your emotions really flow. Some people are going to cling a little tight. You might have some stage 5 clinger vibes. Also, too, it is cupcake season. The weather is changing. So, it's just all about knowing the difference between commitment and also control. All right. And giving room for those deep connections to actually breathe. Okay. Okay. So, Let's see. Yeah. Now let's kind of switch gears here, you guys. Um, I'm gonna move the charts according to each sign, all the way from Aries to Pisces. Okay, so when Venus is in Capricorn, I'm gonna go over each rising sign, um, and you'll feel the energy, but in a different part of your life. It's going to be a little bit more prominent in a certain area. So comment down below or give me some confirmation in my DMs or something of the sort of this is what you may be experiencing. Okay. Since it's Scorpio season, certain things may be intensified, FYI, but also very transformative. Many people, you might have felt sick. Your ears might be ringing. Your body might just be purging. Throat chakra activation. You know, your crown might just be woo woo. A lot of energy. It might be taking a lot of energy right now out of you as well. Okay, so especially with these aspects that are playing out. I know the 12th yesterday was like a day. There's so many squares playing out. Somebody, you could have been a villain or somebody could have been a villain to you. Okay. Um, so take it easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at each house that's being impacted for each rising sign right now, what that means, and some real life tips on how to ride the wave. Also, what could go down if you resist this energy. That way, you know how to work with the energy. Okay. All right, let's start with Aries rising. Am I have to put my glasses on for this one, you guys? No judgment zone, right? Um, so Aries rising. So this is going to be happening in your 10th house. Okay, so it's going to be career, public image, things of that nature. So how do you work with this? Okay, you could be feeling, I feel like it's a blessing whenever Venus, the planet of love and money, is in your 10th house. Bottom line, what's in your career zone, this is your time to boss up. This is big dick CEO energy. Okay, this is the energy that you can utilize while this planet is sitting here to level yourself up, whether it's at your job, whether you are an entrepreneur, or even just in your public life, period. Okay, now this is where you can utilize this energy to really focus. Okay, um, you know, get serious about what it is that you want to succeed in, what area of your life. uh, you know, building something solid, building something long term. Now, this could be even long term ships, right? Business partnerships, or even just relationships in general. If you're networking, that way, you know, sometimes it's not all about what you know, it's about who you know. That can open more doors for you. Okay. So, networking, creating real connections is going to get you tons of respect and tons of opportunities. All right. But if you are not riding this wave right now and using this energy to your advantage, you might feel blocked. You might feel stagnant. You might feel stuck. Your money might not be flowing, especially with these squares that are playing out here. You might end up clashing with authority figures, your boss, your lead, business partner, or worse. Okay. You might be obsessing over what people think of you as far as maybe you are trying to build a business or sell a product or service, or maybe you're in an area or a level in your job right now where you're just could be overdoing it. It's like, don't let your pride stop you from putting in the hard work. Okay. All right. Taurus rising. Taurus is going to be in your ninth house, okay? Ninth house is a Sag house, so it's all about higher beliefs, learning, could be about traveling. So I feel like here, this is how you would work with this energy. So Venus here in the sign of Capricorn in your ninth house, I would say, wants you to really elevate your mind, okay? Elevate your mind, get sharp, learn some skill set to expand in this world. Now, whether it's really diving into a new philosophy, maybe you're reading a book, you're taking a course, um, like I said, picking up a skill. You could be traveling, learning something, putting energy into things that really just broaden your horizon during this time, okay? And go deep with it. Go deep with it. Don't skim the surface. Like really dive deep. Like, okay, what's the food like here? Okay, how do you guys dress? Okay, what do you guys believe in? What about, stars, moons, and quasars? Okay. This is really about finding what truly inspires you and committing to it. Because if you're not riding this wave, you could really end up feeling stuck, restless. You might feel like you're in a box, like your world is too small. You might feel like you're caved in, you don't have options. You just feel like this. Because that's how you know if you're resisting something. It's like you get bogged down day by day with the monotonous tasks of life, okay? And stuff. And you might lose sight of the bigger picture. So I would say try not to waste your energy on anything petty. Keep an open mind. Also, too, there may be different perspectives that are going to be playing out, different scenarios. So aim for something meaningful that will challenge you to the next level. Okay. Gemini rising. So this is going to be in your 8th house of intimacy, shared resources, transformation, honey. And during Scorpio season, this is a Scorpio house. So you might actually have a little bit of leeway here. Okay, Gemini, this is deep. Okay, this is not no surface level shit. So Venus in your 8th house is definitely going to push you to really connect on a soul level. Okay. Now, this is going to allow you to really, I would say, face some intimate fears that you may have. Um, you know, get real about your finances. Maybe you have a roommate or some family members or your lover that you share certain things with. So get really serious about that. Buckle up, boggle down, however you guys see the end of this year. I always say the end year's in April. Some say it ends December. Whatever your belief is, whatever you are subscribed to. Okay. Um, However, I would just say let yourself be vulnerable with talking about money. A lot of people don't like talking about finances, especially if you're sharing. But it's like, babe, I got $1,000, okay, or I got like 200. You got it tonight? I don't. Just kind of like flip flop. Um, one hand washes the other. If money talks need to happen, be real about it and be very strategic about it. That will definitely assist you when it's in the 8th house as well. Because the more you're open with that, then the more comfortable you guys can feel with doing X, Y, and Z. And you're also not overspending and you're also not underspending. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Cancer rising. So, this is going to be in your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. This might be hitting you like a ton of bricks, especially if you're single. But if you're in a relationship, this should like really knock it up. Okay. This is big for relationships to have Venus there in Capricorn in your house of relationships. Like, this is huge for you. Okay. So you may be looking at everything right now, or it's asking you to take a more serious look at the ships that you're sailing right now, okay? Look at any type of partnership, situationship, side piece ship, real ship, business partnership, whatever ship it is. I would say if you're single right now, this is definitely the gateway to seek a real connection, okay? If you're in a relationship already, this is where you use this energy to put energy into building trust, security, support, safety, stability, because it's in the sign of Capricorn. Makes sense, right? So be clear about what you need, but also be a person that listens too, as well. Because if you're not writing this, you could be a person that's avoiding intimacy, you could be too controlling and all of this energy could backfire, especially with all this fire energy surrounding it. Moon in Aries, Mercury in Sag, Mars in Leo. Fire. Those are our thoughts and actions and how we react and respond. Okay. I'm putting all this into play for you. So you might come off as clingy or possessive, pushing people away rather than bringing them in. So I would say let your relationships breathe while also allowing yourself to still fully show up. Okay. Leo rising. So Leo rising, this is going to be in your sixth house. So sixth house is definitely your health, your routine, acts of service. Okay. So having Venus in your sixth house is definitely urging you to prioritize your wellness, prioritize, of course, work-life balance. You could overwork yourself because that's Capricorn energy. They just love to work. Ooh, excuse me. But like work to have that money, but then when they get home, they ain't doing nothing. uh, so Venus in the sixth house is urging you to really prioritize your wellness, okay, and your health and that work-life balance. I would say this is really a time to create some grand habits for yourself that really support your long-term growth, okay? Focus on things like self-care. um, how are you serving others? Do unto others as they would do for you, you would do for them, whatever that saying is. Just make sure that you're making like small, consistent, steady moves, okay? Whether it's, making sure you drink water every day, and just really being on your daily grind for the most part. Because if you're not riding this wave, let me tell you, you may end up very exhausted, very lethargic. You might create some ailments because it is your sixth house. Okay. You might just feel stuck within any tasks that you have throughout your daily living. And if you ignore your health and you're overworking, honey baby, let me tell you, stress is the number one killer of the heart. So be careful of any health issues when this energy is playing out in your sixth house. Okay. Especially if you're a person that's all about the grind and you take no breaks. So remember, rest is a part of the journey. Okay. Um, this season will push you to slow down, especially since Pluto's about to go right back into Capricorn. And we're going to talk about that too. Um, so Pluto might force you into doing that. Just FYI. Virgo rising. Mm. Virgo rising is going to be in your fifth house. Ooh, your fifth house of creativity, romance, romantic partnerships, the way you express yourself, okay? So having a planet of love and money here is great. You'll probably want to play. You're like, I'm outside. You want to create. Um, you just want to be extra expressive. I feel like there's going to be that unique button that you're going to press within everything that you tap into, whether it's something creative, whether you are doing something through art, music, romance, hobbies, okay? There's going to be this side hustle coming out of you. You're going to feel like, ooh, I can do this on the side. I can make a little chump change on this. Like you might feel like a project or something. It might be through a passion project. So this is a time to really commit to something that's maybe has been held dormant, collecting dust, blow the dust off and get back to it, okay? Because this is all about letting your true self really shine in a real disciplined way. That way you can actually accomplish maybe one of your goals on your list, okay? Because if you are going against this, you really just might end up feeling unfulfilled or unsatisfied, or you feel like maybe this is like having like writer's block, you might feel frustrated in the romantic department. You might have a lack of romance, or joy, and that's not fun, right? So don't put your happiness last, okay? Let yourself really explore, let yourself experience, let yourself dive and evolve, and do the things that you love when it's in your fifth house, okay? That's the fun house, I like to call it. Libra rising. So this is going to be all about your fourth house. This is going to be in a house of 4, which is home, family. Okay. So I would say here, this is probably you in the energy of wanting to focus on your roots. What's going down in the boom, boom room? What's going down in the kitchen? What's going down at home? Um, just worrying about your family's sake, making sure home feels like sanctuary, okay? making sure there's a solid foundation. There's no cracks. Everyone's on the up and up. Everything's good. Everything's out in the clear. You know, everyone's saying their piece. Everyone's good. You might even want to redecorate, buy a couple of things for the house. Um, Connect with your family even deeper. Talk to them a little bit more. Be a little bit more informative about what's going on in your life. Maybe even set a few more boundaries, making sure like your kids are cleaning up, um, but also making your space feel like a safe, supportive haven. Okay. Because if you're ignoring this call with this planet here, you could feel disconnected from family. You could feel unsupported. You could feel like you don't want to be at home. You want to be out in the streets. Okay. Um, Family issues might be bubbling up because you're not taking care of them. So we want to avoid all of those things as much as we can and take advantage of this energy here, because you don't want to feel isolated in your own house. That doesn't feel good because that comes from not addressing something. So if something happens, let it out there. Even take a minute, maybe write it down, breathe a little, punch a pillow, whatever you got to do before you go have that uncomfortable conversation if it needs to be had. Okay. This is how you create stability. This is how you got to start with where you live at, period. That way this can feel comfortable to you. Okay. Scorpio rising. So this is going to be in your third house. Got it. So how do you work with this energy while this is in your third house of communication and community? Okay, so I would say use this Venus energy in Capricorn, your third house, to deepen any connections that you may value during this time, okay, in your immediate environment. So I would definitely go ahead and do that. This would be a great time, a grand time to have those uncomfortable but meaningful conversations. This is where you take advantage of this energy to do those things that you typically normally wouldn't say or do. This is where you connect with siblings, friends, or engage with your community a little bit more. You might be a little bit more engaging, especially if you're a person that works outdoors or with people a lot. It might just be easier just to turn on that smile and be like, hey, how you doing today? What's going on? What can I get for you? You might be extra on point. Okay. But this energy will really help you build some real connections. You'll really know who's there for you. You'll really know, um, who you have to call. You'll really know who you can be vulnerable with. You'll really know who you can open up to. This will definitely pay off. Trust me. Because if you don't ride this wave, okay, it's going to look like you're holding back. You're staying surface level. This might, when you stay surface level, it will make you feel as if people don't get you. Okay. You might also experience tremendous miscommunication, misunderstandings, because it's in your third house of communication. So be clear, be black and white, be transparent, be genuine, and let yourself connect on a deeper level, especially because we're in Scorpio season. You're Scorpio rising, and it's in your third house of communication. Venus is all here. It's all love. Whatever you value, whatever you're trying to build upon, that's your energy. Sag rising. So this is going to be in the Venus house, second house. This is going to be where the money and the values and the self-worth come into play, honey. Okay. So how do you work with this here? I would say Venus right now is calling you to build something secure. Build something secure within your finances right now, and your self-worth. Okay. It's really time to really look at, what do you truly value during this time? Okay. What aligns with your spending habits right now, saving habits, the way you earn your money? what's really aligning with your life. So with Venus in Capricorn, it's definitely allowing you to really focus on the quality of people, places, and things in your life right now over quantity. I'm going to say that again. Venus is allowing you to really focus on the quality, okay, versus the quantity of every area in your life when it comes to friendships, um, and also finances, okay? So if you're not writing this, if you're not going to use this energy, well, honey, it's going to give you money issues, okay? Money could flare up. For example, you get 10 grand, all of a sudden you need 10 grand done on your car, your house, gone, done, okay? Let's say you're just spending money recklessly when that happens. And it's like, damn, I shouldn't have spent 20K on a TV and a trip. I should have actually, got my car fixed first and then do all of that. So it's all about prioritizing, right? What do you really value? What is more meaningful to you? In order to get the money, you need the car to get there, right? It's just making sure things make sense. You might feel insecure, you might feel undervalued if you're fighting this, okay? So really make decisions that honor your worth and just avoid wasting time on people, places, and things that just that are not even trying to work on anything positive, period. Cap rising. So, Cap rising, this is definitely going to be in your first house of self, this is your personal gateway. This is all about your identity, okay? You might even look at yourself like, oh, I need to do something with my hair, the way that I look. I want to switch it up. I want to do something. So you might be focusing on, I would say if Venus is here in your first house, it's really all about owning your power. Okay, this could be an internal job for you right now. It's really about, because Pluto's also here too. So I know Pluto's been kicking you in the asshole, Capricorn rising. So you might have changed your hairstyle for overall, changed something within your morals, values, beliefs, like anything internally and externally while Pluto's been here, and it's about to shift into Aquarius. But this has probably been a major, like you're probably a whole new avatar, a whole new person. You probably don't even do certain things the same way anymore. You removed a lot of things that you used to do out of your life as well. It's probably been a goddamn battle for you. So having Venus here, it's spreading a little bit more love now, okay? So this is allowing you to own your power, step into the new version of you, and own that shit with confidence, okay? So this is where you invest in yourself. You could have got a new job, or more opportunities to make money. Um, your style, your whole closet. You probably have some new goals. Um, you know, like I said, self image. That's going to be like number one. There's something that you could have changed or thought about warping or doing something. So it's really truly all about you going after what you want and not being afraid to make a statement. Okay. Because if you're not riding this wave, I would say you could end up feeling insecure, you're not confident, you're really down on yourself, out of alignment with who you are, where you want to go. You might find yourself outsourcing, constantly compromising, and just not showing up fully for yourself, okay? You might be shrinking your thoughts. What does your mind chatter look like? Are you negative, more negative than positive? It might be something you need to check on there. So I would say just really embrace this energy to become your newest but truest version 3.0 of yourself. Okay. Aquarius rising. So Aquarius rising, this is definitely going to be in your Pisces house. This is your 12th house. So this is like subconscious energy. This is like healing work. How would we use Venus here? Okay, I would say go inward. Okay, since this is a Pisces house, go inward. Go inward. This is where tons of like doing activities that keep you grounded, because if you live too high up there in the spiritual world, you might not know how to get back down. So do things that keep you grounded. I would do tons of reflection, journaling, meditating, healing work, letting go of old emotional baggage that's been weighing you down. Um, you may want to spend time alone by yourself and just maybe not even hear anything, like listen to the birds outside or something, just listen to nature. Um, just really focus on compassion, understanding, and understanding who you are right now. Where are you at? Mental health check in. Okay. What are some deeper motives that you have going on for yourself? Because if you avoid this journey, it might leave you feeling very overwhelmed. You might feel super drained. You might be in nap city, like you just want to take naps all day. You might overindulge, since this is a Pisces house, with some vices to numb whatever it is that you're trying to hide from. You might feel very haunted by old like hurts or anything old patterns, old behaviors. If you don't face them, it's kind of like, okay, this is your chance to look at the man in the mirror. Are you happy with where you're at? Because if you're not, don't fight the feeling, try and figure it out. Okay. um, don't fight the alone time. Kick out the fear of FOMO, fear of missing out. Let that go. That way you can allow yourself to heal. Okay, and you can step forward to the light. Pisces rising. Pisces rising, this is your 11th house. This is your house of friendships, goals, community. So, how do you work with this energy? Well, Venus in your 11th house, I would say just giving you, like, put some love into your ships, your friendships, soul groups, connections, networking. Um, you know, this is a great time to even gain some new connections or get into some new groups. Like, what types of activities are you into? And then this is where you can build upon, that connection. You might even have new goals that spark out of that. New opportunities might come from other people. The oldest form of marketing is word of mouth. So I would say you might even work with other people to create something. Capricorn is work, 11th house. Some people might even invite you or ask you to collab on something. So align yourself with people that actually support your dreams, that push you and motivate you. I think that's so important because motivation is temporary, like especially if you're just watching motivational video. Okay, that lasted 3 minutes. Okay, that lasted 30 minutes. Okay, now it's back to whatever. You got to keep doing it. It's like a constant thing. So it's very tremendously helpful if you're around a tribe of people that can hold you accountable for accomplishing your goals. I think that's always important. Okay. Yeah, so find your tribe. It's time to go deep or let them asses go if they're not on the same train as you. So, overall, you guys, working with Venus in Capricorn, I would definitely say during Scorpio season is definitely it's just keeping it real, right? It's keeping it real. It's doing it real. It's staying committed. It's all about, are you committed or not? Are you committed? Are you making a commitment? Are your actions matching your words? Okay, so when you ride this energy, you're going to really set yourself up for long-term growth and success in whatever area that's more prominent for you. Because if you resist this energy, you're going to feel stuck, you're going to feel frustrated, and you're even going to feel isolated. So you don't want that, especially when it comes to love and money. Okay, so I will pull. I'm gonna pull some cards. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna pull. Let's pull a love oracle, you guys. I'm just so curious because since we're doing Venus, and then also I'm gonna pull a money card too. So we will do that. Put this here. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. one of my newest decks. Love this deck. It's so beautiful. So let's see what we have for the collective. You guys don't forget to like the video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below. Let me know how you're feeling, how you're vibing, where you're from. Let's pull it. Okay, what is the message for the collective? Wow, Venus is in Capricorn. And it's going to be here until December 7th. Ooh, I swear this card only does one. What's our message? Ooh, I like this. Cheers to love. Okay, cheers to love. Celebrate one another even when times get rough. I love this. This literally puts a stamp on the energy. Okay, even when you may not see the light at the end of the tunnel sometimes, right? We get thrown into situations, life happens, mind chatter happens, old past wounds are resurfacing because Chiron's in Aries. You know, it's inevitable that something may happen to where it doesn't feel as great as it did yesterday or the day before or a week ago or a couple months ago or a year ago when you're dealing with love. This could be friendships, you know. There might be a riff and tiff and now you guys aren't talking, so it feels uncomfortable, it feels awkward. You know, who's going to call who first? You know, who's going to reconnect first? Even in love relationships, in partnerships, you know, it's just like, it's a battle, emotional roller coaster, arguments, you know, agree to disagree, you know, you don't know what's going to happen, you know, let fate decide, right? So it's just, you know, even in business partnerships, you know, somebody might be like, oh, I know something more than you, but yet, you know, listen to me, partner, I'm trying to get us up there, and pride and ego can get in the way and kind of like, you know, have people walking on eggshells when you're trying to build a business with another person. So no matter what ship you're in, you guys, I would just say ride those rocky waves. You know, think of it like the water. We're in Scorpio season, the water is deep right now, and it's crashing and bumping into all the rocks and just whoosh, coming back. And so with Venus and Capricorn, once it settles down, you'll see kind of what was underneath the sand. How many shells and beautiful rocks come out of that, you know? Knowing that you went through it and got through it and over it, it's just really important. Either people get washed away and washed out, you'll never see them again, or this is where you can, you know, both be putting your footprints in the sand together. So I love this card. Cheers to love. Love is the highest vibration. Do everything out of love. You know, even when you're pissed off, it's kind of like, you know, when you're so mad, you had a bad day at work, but you still come home and like ask, you know, the family, hey, did anybody eat? Are you guys hungry? And you cook dinner. That speaks volumes, right? Even though you may have had a shitty day. So it's just doing everything out of love is going to win. Now let's pull, we're gonna pull a money card since it's love and money. Let me see what we got going on. Let's see. I should have pulled the cards first, but I want a specific deck. If I can find it, my God. I'm trying to think. Where is that deck? Okay, let's pull. Let's do. I can't find the deck that I'm looking for. However, we will pull. Let's just do a quick Tarotstrology while we're at it. I must have been using my money deck in a reading. Okay, what is the collective message? Venus in Capricorn. Okay, we got a message here. We do have Venus in reverse, okay? 3 of Pentacles. I'm just going to tell you the cards. You can get a message on your own, and then I'll go through. Queen of Swords. We also have the Devil, which is Capricorn energy. Capricorn came out in the Venus and Capricorn reading. Never fails. 9 of Swords in reverse. We do have the Tower. 5 of Swords in reverse. 10 of Wands in reverse. Ooh, 2 of Pentacles. And 3 of Swords. Lots of air energy, flighty energy playing out. Looking at the chart. Okay. In this situation, you may feel as if right now you want to go in. A lot of us right now are probably questioning that. We do have Mercury in Sagittarius right now, which is the planet of our thoughts and the way we communicate, while Venus, love and money, is in Earth energy, Capricorn. We also have Mars, planet of action, how we move in a fire energy right now, and then the moon is in a fire energy of Aries. Like, I need to start something. A lot of you guys are probably in the energy of I need to do for myself. There's some things I need to work on internally. There's some things that I have goals. I have things I want to accomplish. There's things that you want to solidify, that you want to prove to yourself. So sometimes not working with everybody is kind of what you don't want to do in the moment. It's like, I want to prove to myself I can do this. I want to work on this for myself. I want to go here by myself. It's like space activated, right? And here comes, boom, Queen of Swords. So you might look cold to the world. Ice Queen, right? I would say resting bitch face. Some people, you can even call you that. Like, not say those words, but they can look at you as like you're serious. It's like you're all about whatever it is that you want to do right now. Queen of Swords is a person that gets shit done, but they don't sugarcoat shit. This is like, what did you say? What did you mean? You know, it's just like really nip it in the bud, cut and dry, very black and white. And with the Capricorn energy there, it's like, okay, you are working towards support, safety, stability, and having that foundation, but there could be some people, places, and things that could have you tied up, you know, feeling, I would say, I don't want to say handcuffed, but there could be some type of, what's the word that I'm looking for? Because we're in Scorpio season right now, that obsession could come in. You can be very, very fixated on a person, place, or thing as well. Okay. Um, you know, and this could leave you, if you're constantly thinking about what you want, sometimes that can really push you even further away versus just taking the action and doing it and working towards it. Right. So you can leave with, you know, nightmares or not sleeping that great or not feeling so great. You could be astro traveling a lot. Dreams can be very prominent, a little bit of a restless type of an energy. And this could lead to those tower moments. Some people look at tower moments as bad moments, but I always say a tower moment needs to happen. Like I said, Pluto energy is shaking the roof. It's in Capricorn for the last time. okay, for the last time for the next 300 years. It's not going to be happening in our lifetime here when you're watching this video. So it's like a lot of prominent moments could be surfacing, could be happening. Scorpio season, secrets get revealed, truth gets revealed, a lot of revealing energy. And this could lead to people making flighty reactions, okay? With Five of Swords, it could be feeling like a competition. You know what I'm saying? So making sure that you're just only competing against you, all right? And with the Ten of Wands here, you know, it's like you're almost there, and then you feel like an inkling of giving up, but you don't. You want to cycle back to a new circle, but it kind of feels like you're not giving up. It's like you had a thought about giving up on a person, place, or thing, but you don't give up and you keep going. But what it does is it feels like you're starting at, you know, you take 10 steps forward and you move 2 steps back. It could kind of feel like that. So now here we are back with the Two of Pentacles, okay? Having options, having those thoughts again, having those ideas, having things come together, getting, you know, acquainted with back to stability, safety, support, longevity, trust, loyalty, getting back to all of those things and becoming a little bit more disciplined. And then, you know, sometimes things might not happen the way that you expect them to happen. So this could be, you know, arguments and quarrels. This could be, um, you know, just feeling heartbroken or sad about, you know, this is Libra energy, Three of Swords, and Venus rules the sign of Libra. So this could be within love or money, you know, maybe an opportunity left the door, but then another one came later. This could be a love ship that's going through some turmoil, but then, you know, you fix it later. Um, you know, so whatever that is, and this is why, you know, this spread came out. So just really take it easy on yourself. Um, you know, anything worth having doesn't come easy. All right, guys, that is your spread. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapped, and turned on. Please make sure you smash the subscribe button, click the bell, and share this video out to anyone that you think may want to hear it. And I'll see you on the next one.